Mom.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to get cold water.
Okay.
N8n.
Oh my god, I wanted this to have some This thing is so stressful.
Hey, I'm Max, the original Flowgrammer, and in this video, I'm going to teach you the key fundamentals of the question and answer pairs via a web agent. The n8n already set data table of question answer workflow with a chat-based question and answer AI agent who uses that data table of question answer pairs to ground its answers. To continue, you'll need n8n already set up and access to an LLM. You can self-host our community edition for free. However, if you choose our free cloud trial, we'll arm you with some open AI credits to get you started faster. I also assume that you're at least a little bit technical because techies get really bored with super basic tutorials. I'm also building this on n8n version 2.73. The team is shipping a new version every week, so if the UI looks a little bit different, don't worry, the key concepts are all the same. Let's jump in and start Flowgramming. I'm in a brand new n8n cloud account, and from here, I could just type out the use case and run it with our AI workflow builder, would generate the workflow. But after 6 years of teaching new users how to use n8n, I highly recommend that you learn some of these key fundamentals yourself and then perhaps use AI assistance. Let's start from a new workflow. In the workflow canvas here, the first thing that we can do is just give our workflow a name. So QA ingest. And then we add the first step of the workflow. In n8n, we have triggers and actions. So triggers start our workflow, and then actions perform steps inside your workflow. Since we want to capture a number of details from a user and then submit that to
I could have just listened to that guy. Like, now I'm stuck again over here. Oh, thank God.
a knowledge base. A web form is a pretty good trigger for us here. We're going to use n8n's native trigger, but you could, for example, use a third-party trigger. But since n8n pays my salary and we have a native form, we're going to drag on the on-form submission trigger. So let's give this form a title. This is the QA submission form. And let's give it some form elements. So these are the questions itself. We need a name. That's a text input. Their email will be useful to capture. Then there's the question itself. and then their answer. The answer could be a bit longer, so in this case, let's change the element type to a text area and respond trigger. So let's give this form a title. This is the QA inside your workflow. Since we want to capture a number of details from a user and then submit that to a knowledge base, a web form is a pretty good trigger for us here. We're going to use n8n's native trigger, but you could, for example, use a third-party trigger. But since n8n pays my salary and we have a native form, we're going to drag on the on-form submission trigger. So let's give this form a title. This is the QA submission form. And let's give it some form elements. So these are the questions itself. We need a name. That's a text input. Their email will be useful to capture. Then there's the question itself, and then their answer. The answer could be a bit longer, so in this case, let's change the element type to a text area and respond when form is submitted. This is the default, that's fine because we're not doing a multi-step form. From here, I can execute the step to bring in some test data. I can also do that from here or from here. So let's click that, and then this pops up a test form. Let's fill that out. And then a question we get very often is, how do I become an ambassador? And I'll just paste in the answer, which is basically that anyone in the community can become an ambassador, and then there's a page to learn more. So let's submit that. We can close this tab, and back in my workflow, we see that it ran successfully. We've got an item of data coming out of my trigger node. And if I double click on that, I can see this item of data in my output here. I don't want this data to be clear because I don't want to fill out that form each time I'm test running this. So we can go over here and pin this data now. So now every time I run this workflow, the execute workflow button, it'll just run with that pinned data while we're testing. The next thing I want to do is I want to append to each question and answer whether it's a trusted source. So we can click the plus button here. And the first thing we want to do is check whether it's an n8n.io email or not, and then do something based on that. So we need some conditional logic. We can go in here into the flow section and then choose the if node, which is going to let us route based on a condition. So we'll drag and drop that. And how this node works is I can use data from earlier in my workflow.
So I'm not understanding what he's saying, so I'm just going to get right into it. So Gemini said I should click the big plus button, and that will be the one here. Then it's only on the right, but it's on the left. Click that, the open part, your part B. Remember to put the pieces. Find the manual trigger. I'm just going to slap this and send to Gemini. I didn't give Gemini access to my camera, so I'm going to have to start the conversation afresh. It's not for Gemini. So it says you should click on the new workflow button. So I have. Oh, okay. I think that's what that man was doing. Oh, okay. So new workflow button. See that the button is right there. What will happen next? It's going to change. This is your Canva. Think of it as a blank piece of paper. It is blank. Once you're on the dotted screen, look for a big orange plus. Button. It might be in the middle or the right. Click on it and search for manual trigger. Okay. So it says I should click on this big button here. This one here. To search for manual trigger. So So manual trigger will be this one, trigger manually. Oh, that's what that man did. Then so I'm telling it I've clicked on manual trigger. Think of it as a doorbell. When you click it, tells the machine then start work. Brain. Open AI parts from your first picture. Find the connect button on the right side of your yellow manual. Connect button. This is a plus sign. Okay, sign sticking out. Click that little plus sign. Search for the brain. Okay, so search for the brain. So I click this plus sign here, and this thing came out. So let's search for the brain. The brain. Oh shit. Sign sticking out. Brain will pop out lots of icons. Search bar at the top. Type open AI. Okay. So this is the search bar here. So I'm gonna type open AI now. Open AI. Oh, I said we didn't make that yet. Probably don't worry. Probably do it with HTML. Different. This thing said open AI together. Oh, see, open AI. Exactly. So click on the icon that says open AI or ChatGPT. What happen next? You see that trigger boxes right here. Then trigger, they should be connected by line. Okay, so am I supposed to add everything at once or what? Let me tell it. I've clicked ChatGPT. What next? Great job, you're about to start the brain lava. So now we need to tell the brain what to do. Think I will look for a prompt box. Nice on the screen, big menu. A prompt box. Okay. So I actually got confused and I just asked it what next. So it said you found the open AI box. Now you need to pick the right action, which is like choosing the job you want the robot to do. So you click on send a message to the model, text action. Okay. first I should select, when we click it, which tab I've clicked and it's showing me this. I should select the credentials. This will be a drop down at the top if you don't have one yet. It's like the robot needs a key to start. A model, you want to pick something that something like Unlimited 4.0. Wow. Okay, so I feel like my work here is just to be snapping and sending. Snap and send. Snap and send. I don't know if people can see. So I didn't get to read the brain of the robot, blah blah. Get your key API. See the box that says credentials. Set up credentials. Okay. So they said I should check if it's in that claim the what's that? Claim the credits here. So it was up here, so I claimed it, and so it said since you're on n8n, you can often claim the credit button at the top and they'll give you some for free. If not, you need to go to your OpenAI account to get a secret API key. It's a long string of letters and numbers. Once you have it, click. So now I claimed the AI, the end this thing. So now look at your box that says model and say choose. Okay, then click it and pick GTP. Okay, so I should pick it. So I clicked this down part from list. It was initially model that was there. I can't go back. So here was initially model, but now it's from the list. So it says you should pick GPT-40. Okay, GPT-40 mini is only GPT-40 that's here. Then message on. Add your message. So there's add your message, the prompt. Look for word message within a little plus next to it. Add your message to the plus. So text will be to plus and select add message block or paste it to. This is where you paste those secret instructions from your first photo. So I guess we're going back to ChatGPT. So manual trigger for testing, manual trigger test allowed. This unit allows from this open AI resources. BT 4.0. Okay. Okay, so I think this is the message. So I'm actually building this now. So it says you're my AI assistant analyzing blah 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 blah. So this is the message. Try, how do I write it? Text. So prompt. So now I have to write all these things. Like, how do I even put this? Jesus help me. So I can literally log in my ChatGPT here to this laptop. So let's log it in because I can't do it right now. So let's just log in so I can be able to copy and paste. I've been here for hours, like hours. Sorry for. Didn't I save the password? Wow. Alright, guys, let me put my password. So I've put my password. I'm back. Save. Oh Jesus, site is trying to open ChatGPT. Okay, open. Yeah, so this is our conversation. I don't understand, can't it open? I've reached the free chat. I want to see the chat. Okay, so actually convert to ChatGPT for a while. Okay, step 0. Where is the thing? Okay, this is it. Okay, it has copied, so I'll just come back here. Thank you. So they're telling me that I have a shortcut on my laptop, so I don't really know how to use all this laptop thing. But thank you. I should. Damn, what's going on? Okay. Oh, it was on the web that I opened it. Oh, that's crazy. Not this one. This one. Okay. So I'm just going to paste the instruction here. Yeah, which I have. So yeah, my AI assistant, trading analyst. This is the signal. Analyze my trade, signal, Yeah, so this is the message. Then let's go back to Gemini. So look for the message. The box will appear where you paste the message. So if you notice, there was a place for message to message. I don't even know that I've tapped this thing 2 times. So I just put text, role, user, send a message as a user. I don't know if, let me ask this thing, what would be the role of the message? Because I've already picked assistant, but I want to be sure. Role as a robot to think of the role that's telling the robot who is speaking. When you click pause add message, drop down the rules. System does the box. What it does, this set the rules for the robot. When it uses it uses it for secret receipt or instruction from a guide. Example, you are the world-class training expert, only give buy and sell or answer. Users, the custom, what it does. The customer, this actually answers questions about your data, when to use it. Use this to send alerts from your trading app. For example, where you don't assistant, the memory, what it does. This is used if you want to show the robot an example of an answer it gave you before. You probably won't need this for simple setup. Which one should you pick right now? First chapter, copy exactly how from the guide. That time pick system. Hey, there's no system here. Okay, so I think see system usually used to set model behavior or content for next user message. So I think it will be system. So should I paste the message twice? I'm asking if I paste the message twice because this message box is too. It says you only need to paste it once. Let me snap and send to my helper. Oh, oh. Okay, so this is saying EMA 50. I need to confirm with my trading view if we actually at EMA 50 because me and ChatGPT were having some kind of discrepancies. Then EMA settings. This EMA is 14 now. Why is it saying 50? 14. Shit. So see that this thing wants to play with me. Thank God I need to do. So where I set alarm, I said it that this thing should not stop. I did. It should not stop. Oh. It's 1 month. Thank you. EME 9. This is default. Now 1 week. Thank you. So I feel like I need to correct this. Trend direction is EME 9. EME 9 because we didn't do 50 again. So trend EME 9. Okay. Copy the instruction. Okay. Look for back button. Okay. I don't know wetin I don go press, so I don't know about. So okay, so so guys, it's AI that's teaching me. I don't know anything. I did so you so add notes, set note, prepare note set, create feed. What the fuck is all this? Results text. Connect nodes. Manual trigger. Nodes. So Gemini is saying I should click it again and change the role to user. It's already in user. So change the role to user. In that box appears you want to drag data from your manual trigger into this box. Check your progress. So I don't know what this thing is talking about. Mm. Emphasis. What do I put in type? In type and the manual trigger will speak up. Is it the prompt I gave it? Okay, type will be text. The manual trigger. No, they are different. The prompt. This is a rule book. You only write it once. Tell you that in manual trigger. This is the start button. When you click it, send the actual trading alert into the robot brain to be processed. Okay, nodes. So it said I should look to the left of my screen. I'll see nodes or input data to view input data. Okay. So inside there you will see a manual trigger. to find the piece of text you want the AI to read like an alert message and drag it. Okay, so okay, so set mark data cancel. Let's back on. I don't go do mistake. What the fuck? Yeah, this thing is so stressful. So I made a mistake and now I have to start all over. My bum is paining me. Message a mother. I don't work for better. So text message it. Message text system. Paste. Okay. So add message text user.